Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your first time here, welcome. If you don't already know who I am, I'm Kike. So you already read the title, so you know what this video is about. I'm going to be giving my 10 top tips on securing a first class in a law degree that people don't really talk about, that they should. I know the secret, why not share it? I feel like law tries to scramble your brain, mate. It doesn't matter how hard you try, those law professors are coming for your neck. I want to start off by saying that law is hard, sis. I said law is coming for your neck. They don't want you to succeed. When I say law is not for the faint-hearted, bro, this degree will take it all. You will cry, you will beg, you will recontemplate life and say, is this what is this what I'm paid? Is this what I'm paid my hard-earned cash, my hard-earned future cash for? Like, it will really make you deep it. Like, no. Life is hard, but it is a really rewarding degree, and there are some top tips to make sure that you're scoring in that higher bracket. And I'm here to share them with you because we're gonna get what we paid for, baby. Okay, we're gonna get what we came to uni for. We're gonna leave with that first class. Okay, I'm gonna take it out like 3. So my first tip is do your reading. There is no way to outrun this. There's no way to skimp or scramp past it. You have to do your reading. Let me say it again. Do your reading. Do it all. And let me tell you why. To score in the high bracket, to get a 2-1 or above, opinions equals analysis, analysis equals first class. Very, very simple. You need to be able to say, this is the law. This is what so-and-so thought about it. So-and-so disagrees. I think this opinion is strong. I think this opinion is weak, because that's analysis. That's first class material, period. What I will say though with your reading is that a lot of the stuff that they set you for reading, they've already taught you in lectures. So if you're smart, look through your lectures and see what you already have, then go through the reading that they've set you and like skim read. If they've taught me this, irrelevant. Tip number 2, essays. Let me say it one more time in case you missed it. Essays. Once you understand essay structure, you can get in that 2-1 first class bracket straight away. The thing that nobody really tells you, yeah, a lot of the questions they ask are very, very similar. They just ask it in a different way. So if you make a spider diagram, write the question in the middle and think about different points that you could talk about relating to this question, and you like plan it out, then when you get into the exam, the 10 minutes that you should be spending planning, it's already shortened. You can already say, okay, I've looked at this question before. Always be careful though, don't write like your plan that you've done outside, read the question and bring in the points. So just like literally plan essay questions. That is my biggest tip. And what's even better, particularly at the University of Nottingham, and let me tell you this secret because your professors will love to run, they are obliged to mark your questions. Write extra essay questions. If you do plans, you can send it to them by email and say, hi Stacey, Pat, whatever you want to call yourself, can you please mark this? And they actually have to, but they will try to play you. They'll tell you, oh sorry, I'm really busy, la 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 la. You make sure you're sending it in advance, so if they're not marking it, you take it up higher. Plain and simple. You are paying 9.2k, some of you nearly 9.3k a year. That is a lot of money, and who's gonna get played? Not us, not us. You're gonna work for every penny that you take, babe. Tip number 3, revision guides. Literally saved my life. And let me tell you why they're so good. When you're reading law textbooks, just like the professors, they love to waffle. They love to waffle. They will go on and on and on and round a point, and you're just confused, or they'll mention something really briefly and not explain it, and you're just like, whoa, I haven't been taught this before. This revision guide will literally simplify it down for you in literally 5 seconds. It also helps you to kind of follow a structure when you're planning out your revision or you're making notes from lectures. They're amazing. And this Q&A guide, when I say life, you say saver. Life, sis. This is amazing because it has opinions. And like I said before, opinions, analysis, first class. So if you're looking to find opinions, use this revision guide. But I will say, don't just use this revision guide to revise, because point blank period, you will fail. These are too brief to be good enough to score a first class answer. And you know what? I'm actually a living testimony that if you use these alone, you will fail. In first year, I used one of these to revise for my exams. Just this. I didn't look at my lecture notes. No, I failed. I should have failed and I did fail, and you will fail if you use it alone. Number 4 is understand every single module you do. Different modules are marked so differently. So for example, Uni of Knots, I found that modules like EU, modules like family, if you slipped into explanation as opposed to analysis, you would still get that 2-1 first class mark. Whereas with modules like trusts, modules like land law, they literally wanted analysis. If you weren't being precise, concise, to the point and analysing, you wouldn't get the mark regardless of if the explanation is right. Understand your module, because that will help you understand exactly how to revise. Tip number 5, use old exam papers. Whether that be your exam papers, papers you find online, papers that they put on things like Moodle, use them, read them. In the University of Nottingham, after you do an exam, so say in January, you can go and look at your exam paper after your exam. So not only will you get the mark that you got, but you'll have an opportunity to see how the marker actually marked your paper. A lot of people don't go to this, and I'm not gonna lie, you're mad, and I don't get it. Like, why would you not? Like, let me explain it. In January, they don't say it, yeah, but I'm gonna say it. Okay, I'm gonna say what nobody says. January exams are essentially like mocks for law at Uni of Nottingham, because some in unis and other unis it counts. Make sure it doesn't count in your uni, but in our uni it doesn't really count unless you do better. So it's kind of like a mock. So if you have the opportunity to look at your mock exam and see, what did I do right that's getting me loads of marks, double ticks? What did I do not so right that's getting me no ticks, that's getting me question marks? Why would you not take the opportunity to look at that and say, okay, cool, I'm gonna adapt what I'm doing now to make my exams in May, June better. And then using stuff on Moodle can be really helpful, because it can help you find like structure, it can help you find opinions analysis first class. Sometimes, like I said, law professors, they love their little circles, don't they? Sometimes they'll put up third class answers and you can read that and you'll be like, okay, cool, this is what they've commented that's wrong, I'm not gonna do this. But if they put up a first class answer, you could read, this is what is good, I'm gonna take this and adapt the point. If you copy it exactly, they'll know. They'll know. Remember, because exams are internal, they kind of change the way they mark and they change the module a little bit. So don't copy it word for word. Don't, come on. Whether you're reading a first class answer or a third class answer, old exam answers are useful. Tip number 6. If no one has told you before, let me be the first to say, this is the difference between A-levels and a degree. In A-levels, you slightly just have to remember the facts and apply it small. At uni, degree level, you are applying the facts. So just remembering cases, remembering case names, it's not enough. You truly have to understand the content that you are being taught. And let me tell you a reason why this is important. There are 2 types of questions you can get: problem questions or essay questions. Problem questions are, you'll get a long scenario and you'll be asked to apply the law to this person or group of people. An essay question will be something like, this scholar thinks so and so about this part of the law, comment on this, discuss this, what do you think of this? You can only understand an essay question if you understand. What law professors say so often is that it's easier to score a 2-1 or a first on an essay question as opposed to a problem question, because obviously your degree is marked relatively, so how well you do depends on how well other people in your year do. Essentially, that's what relatively means. So if more people are answering a problem question, the bar is going to be much higher to do well. If you're one of the few people who can answer the essay question, the bar is a little bit lower. So if you understand and you've worked on your structure, like I said before, going with your spider diagram, you can answer an essay question. Tip number 7, understand how your module is assessed. So I was obviously just talking about problem questions and essay questions. You need to figure out which one you're asked more of, because obviously if you're asked more essay questions, there's no point preparing problem questions. And if you're asked problem questions, there's no point coming up with a structure of 6 different ways you could answer an essay question, because it's not helpful to you. Just understanding what type of questions you're more likely to be asked is going to help you do well. And I think it helps you prepare as well, because for problem questions, something that a lot of students struggle with is timing. They cannot answer all the points in the time allotted and they end up going over, which affects your mark. So if you know you're going to be asked majority problem questions, be doing problem questions, like actually be practicing them. The thing that you have to deal with law is that it is yourself. It's just like, you'll be sitting in the room and it's like, it's just me. If I don't want to do this work, baby, Grey's Anatomy is on, baby, All American is running. But you have to be self-motivated. You have to test yourself even when you're not in the exam period. Whereas essay questions, like I said, that structure of just coming up with how are the possible ways that I can answer this question, so that when you get into the exam, you're not thinking, oh, what relates to this? And you're not trying to draw links in your mind. It's like, you can already see the plan and you're just like, okay, cool. How do I have to tailor this to the question that's in front of me? Tip number 8, structure, structure, structure. You could be writing the sexiest essay. I'm talking, you've got every point that they could possibly be asking for. It sounds beautiful, but if you don't have structure, you're not going to hit above a 2-1. And it's so sad because when I was at uni, I didn't learn structure until second year. They claim they taught me in first year, but they definitely didn't, because none of my friends, nobody I spoke to knew the structure that was supposed to be applied. So I'm going to share with you what I should have been shared with in first year. The structure for law essays is issue, law, analysis, conclusion. If it's a problem question, what is the issue that the people that I'm supposed to be representing are going through? What is actually happening in this case? If it's an essay question, what issue exactly am I looking at? Law. What law applies to this specific person if it's a problem question? So what does the law say about their situation? If it's an essay question, what law is applicable to the point that I'm trying to make? Analysis. For a problem question, what will the law do for this particular person? Does this law work well? Do I agree with it? What do other scholars say? This is where you bring in your opinions, because remember, opinions, analysis, first class. So what do they say? Do I agree with it? This is how you analyze. And then finally, your conclusion. For a problem question, you'll say, to conclude, this is how I think this person should go. This is what is likely to happen for this person. They're going to succeed in the claim they're making. They're not going to succeed. For an essay question, the issue, the law, the analysis that I've applied support what this scholar is saying, doesn't support what this scholar is saying. That's your structure. Issue, law, analysis, conclusion. Tip number 9. I feel like I've said this already, but I just need to say it again. They try to kill you with reading, and when I say kill you, I mean kill you. They'll give you 100 pages for one module and you have 4 modules and they don't care. They're really like, yeah, that's life. That's back in my day, it was so much harder. That's what they'll be telling you. So you have to skim read. The things that you're looking for are key points, things that you haven't been taught in lectures, cases that you haven't been taught in lectures that bring up good points or good arguments that could be good, opinions, because opinions, analysis, first class, just, or things that you didn't understand where like, it's like, oh, I didn't understand this point in the lecture. And my 10th and final tip, if you don't hear anything else I've said, please hear this. You cannot cram law. You can cram other degrees, but you cannot cram law, otherwise you are playing yourself. The reason you can't cram law is just because there is too much content. The thing about law is it's a hard degree, but it's not as hard as everyone makes it out to be. What makes it so hard is the amount of content. If you can find a way to master learning that content as you go, like overcome procrastination, do what you're supposed to do and a little bit extra every week, by the time it's in May, you'll just be like, yeah fam, I'm just reading over my tips. I'm just reading over my little revision cards. Please please, like those people who they'll be going to bed at 3 a.m, they'll be waking up at 4 a.m because they haven't done any work. Please don't be one of them. Don't let law catch you out. But yeah, listen, I know that uni seems so hard right now because I have been there, but I promise you, you can do it. Uni will not finish you. You're gonna finish uni, you're gonna succeed. There's no other option. Uni's not gonna play you, particularly not HMP Knots. HMP Knots will never play you, baby. But yeah, I hope these tips have been super helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for the love you gave me on the last uni video. Proper appreciate it. So that's 3 videos now in the uni series: the room tour, how to find a church at uni, and this one. I love your questions, I love your emails. I do want to warn you in advance, I am trash at replying. It's not that I won't reply, it's just that I will take time to reply. Please don't think I'm trying to be rude.